What is up, everybody? I am late once again, but I'm here. So I surprise myself every week at how I could possibly be late to something that I planned and is in my own home. So I'm not having to commute for this. But yeah, I'm here. Glad to be here. Glad to update y'all on a few things. Hope everybody's week is starting off great. It's Tuesday. Monday was kind of a typical Monday for sure. At least over here it was. I asked y'all to give me some good news because, when you're not having the best day, it's always nice to find out that somebody else had a good day so you can be happy for them, right? But anyway, yeah, Monday was a day, but I'm glad to be here today. So anyway, as far as updates go, so for starters, this is going to be one of the last times, hopefully, that we're going to be in the living room because my office is finally almost done, and my husband ordered me a desk and everything, so that's coming. So I guess after we get the desk and everything set up, decor is going to come, which, oh boy, that should be fun. I genuinely do not have a decorator gene. I don't know how to decorate, which is why things are not on walls. And I mean, Lord, my TV right now is on military crates. I never really learned how to decorate, but I sure wish I did. My grandma was so good at it, or is still very good at decorating a home. And I just looked down and realized my computer's also on a military crate. Kenneth, I'm so glad you're here tonight. I was wondering who was going to be jumping on here. If y'all are jumping on, please say hello and let me know where y'all are coming from. We've got South Carolina in the house. But yeah, so desk is ordered. Decor to be determined. I don't know if I'm going to go like typical office look or if I'm going to do something, very Rachel-esque. I do have obviously I have dinosaur stuff, but I do have a footprint that I got from where did I get it from? From Drive Tanks. Glenn Fleming had a extra mold cast of a footprint that they actually have on property. So I'm kind of wanting to put that somewhere. I don't know if it'll be in my office or we're also working on a studio and we have a big room over the garage that we've been calling the working room, or now we've been calling it the studio. The rabbits also hang out in there. So anyway, but that'll be fun. I kind of will have two offices, I guess, because obviously I'll be using that for some stuff and using my own office for other stuff. But either way, I don't know how I'm going to do this. It'll probably be a mood thing. My one office has one mood, the other office has another mood. I've got multiple moods. Hello, Roy. Glad you're jumping on here all the way from Kentucky. Craig, is that a Canadian flag? I'm sorry, my computer's kind of small, so I can't really see very well. But welcome. Happy Tuesday, guys. Anyway, so as far as other updates, obviously we talked about my office a little bit. Toronto, Canada. Welcome. Is that Leonard? If I mispronounce your name also, I'm so sorry. Reading's hard sometimes and pronunciating things, that's not a word, but pronouncing things is even worse sometimes. So yeah. Craig, yes, you're from Canada. Well, I wish you all the best up there. Glad you're jumping on here, though. Man, sorry, my hair is self-aware tonight. It's clean, so it's not doing what I want it to. So if I'm fidgeting with it, it's because it's self-aware. And sometimes you just can't do anything about it. But anyway, so as far as other things to talk about, I tried to make notes tonight because Lord knows after a long day, my head can get a little bit scattered. But so office updates, went over that. Coming very soon. Next week, I'll be coming from a whole different location. Is that next week? No, just kidding. I'll be home next week. But earlier in the year, I traveled for 6 weeks straight. For the last 4, I've been home, which has been so nice. And then travel's about to start picking back up again. So I will be, I've got a trip to Arizona planned. Actually, I have a trip to Florida planned. I have a trip to Arizona planned. And then I have a trip to Texas planned for NRA's annual meeting. So I don't know if anybody on Houston or from Houston's jumping up on here, but yeah, hopefully I'll see some of y'all out there as long as they don't cancel it again. because that was a deal last year. They canceled it with 1 week advance, so pretty terrible. John, welcome from Indiana. Charlie, glad you jumped on here. Craig, yeah, I'm glad there's a couple of y'all from Canada on here, so you got friends. Roy, yes, my hair is self-aware and not doing what I want it to, and actually getting in my mouth while I'm trying to talk. So maybe I should have pulled it back or something, but whatever. If it gets really bad, I will. Anyway, so travel's about to start picking back up. This past weekend, anybody do anything fun? We ended up doing a fun shoot in Griffin, Georgia. It was just a steel course setup, but they set it up to where it was just a fun shoot, but you could shoot it a few different ways. So there were targets. So cowboy action guys could come out there and run like a cowboy course. If you're into USPSA, you could run a USPSA course, all the same course, but they just had, for cowboy, they had certain area that had steel targets that were for shotguns. And anyway, it was a really fun time. We tried to pull a Rachel versus Dad out of it, but got a little bit distracted and ended up running some weird guns in it. We actually took the FOS. What am I trying to say? Oh, I just completely blanked. We'll just call it the FOS, the Origin 12. We took that out there suppressed with the big Salvo 12 on it and ran the course with that, which is just ridiculous in all the best ways, but really fun. So we did one course cowboy, ran it again, all suppressed. Ran it again, didn't even count that one. I don't know what you call that one, the last one we did, but it was a really fun time. So hopefully the rest of y'all had a really good weekend. I don't know if my chat is delayed or if y'all just aren't talking to me tonight, but please say hello when you're jumping on here. Let me know what y'all did this weekend. I like it when y'all talk to me too, because otherwise I am just talking to a computer screen. My wife and I bought a Shockwave last weekend and tricked it out with a Magpul stock. Very cool. That's exciting. I'll have to look at some other options and see what I would trick it out for or with. Talking might be hard tonight as well. So yeah, I'm coming at you from Georgia, so it's 10:30 almost here tonight. And I had caffeine today, so I'm actually awake and not even drinking caffeine while I talk tonight. I've actually got some good old water for you, staying hydrated and stuff. I got to spend the day yesterday. Well, the good part of yesterday, I got to spend at Moss Pond, looking through. They got a really awesome collection of some historical guns in. So I got to spend a little bit of time up there yesterday going through those and looking. And man, there's a good list of things that I would like to come home with from there. Don't know if that's going to happen, but if any of y'all are keeping up with Gun of the Day that I've been posting, I post it on all platforms. So it's on Instagram, Twitter. I put it in the community spot on YouTube. And I stick it on my Patreon as well. So no matter which platform you're on, you should all see the Gun of the Day. So yesterday's Gun of the Day was actually from the collection at Moss Pond. And it was the pepper box, which was pretty darn neat. And I actually had somebody on my Instagram comment about it and how they had it some sort of old looking revolver type gun as well. And I was able to help them figure out what it is. So that was pretty cool. If you're on here, glad that I got to help you with that. Anyway, pretty awesome. Hopefully I'll get back up to Moss Pond. I think I'm planning to go see the guys maybe next Monday or something, but love everybody up there. Love Michelle, love Ray, love Ryan. Great folks at Moss Pond. So anyway, other updates. I know that I have been teasing event information with y'all for a little while now. I've been throwing a few teasers out on Instagram. I have thrown a few teasers out here on YouTube on our live chats. I still can't tell you what or when, except that you should plan for the fall. But I can tell you that we're meeting next Wednesday about this event. We've got a meeting scheduled for next Wednesday. And then hopefully shortly after that, I can make an announcement to all of y'all. But I will tell you that what we're planning is open to the public, and I'm I'm just really excited about it. But and as far as that goes, if there's anything that y'all would like to see in an event, I would love your input, your insight. What is something that you would want to see at a range day type event? So this is your chance. If you've ever wanted to do something at the range, let me know. Comment, 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 and go. Or you can always message me later. That works as well. So anyway, Grape Ape just did a bug out bag weekend in upstate New York. Now a fan of the hammock camping. Um, that's awesome. So my brother was, for a while, there was a time where like every few weekends he'd go pack out and test his bug out equipment and whatnot. I never actually went on any of those with him, but there was one time that I came home and him and all his friends were playing hide and go seek in the woods. He's gonna kill me if he watches this and finds out I called it hide and go seek. But they were basically testing their camo to just like see if it was actually camouflage. So he's like, "Hey, we're all in the woods. Can you come and see if you can find us?" But the stuff they had was pretty good. I think it was oh shoot. No, it wasn't multicam. I'm having trouble remembering the name of it, but it basically looks like smeared multicam. I have the camo and I can't remember the name of it. One of those nights, but very good to test what you have, just to make sure. You might forget some things that you need. So when you actually take yourself out there, then you're finding out what you need or finding out what works and what doesn't work. Very neat. Glad that sounds like you had a good time in upstate New York. So hopefully you did. That's actually an area that I have not visited. I've only been to New York. I went to New York last September, but it was just like a drive-through. So we did. My husband and I like to do one large trip every year, and a couple years ago was California, which was pretty cool. I can definitely see the appeal of like the beauty of California. Obviously, other issues are there, but the year after that, excuse me, was Montana. We did road trip from Georgia to Montana, and then down through Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, and then skirted down underneath Kansas because nobody can survive a drive through Kansas, from what I understand. So, and we were newly engaged, so we skipped that part to secure that our relationship would last. And after that, we did Utah for our honeymoon because everything was closed in 2020 when we got married. And last year we did the New England area. So yes, pretty cool. But as far as that goes, we didn't do a whole lot in New York itself. We just drove through. But I did get to see the skyline, which I was pretty excited about. And I saw it at night. Didn't venture into the city because I do not have a vaccination passport, and you could not stop in New York without a vaccination card situation. So yeah. Anyway, but it was a cool drive. I really love road trips. Anyway, Craig, best gun for an apocalypse. So I'm actually considering doing a series about apocalypse guns. I've got a lot of fun ideas. Plus, I think I've said this before, but I am coming to you from the land of the Walking Dead. They literally film The Walking Dead right here. Actually, I'm pretty sure they never have who they're filming, but they film in this one location all the time. And I thought they were done, but this past weekend, and actually today, I think through the 23rd through the 26th, so through today, they had another road shut down. And I'm sure that if I had sat out there, I probably would have seen zombies walking around. But I have some fun ideas down that. But I'd love to hear y'all's feedback on what you think the best apocalypse gun is, and then maybe we test it and give our opinion. I'll call it professional opinion because we hail from the land of the Walking Dead. But what isn't a professional zombie apocalypse person? I don't know. I didn't win the category at the Gundies, so am I actually professional? I don't know. I got a 1-inch blunderbuss. Oh Lord. Utah, I'm just gonna skip that comment. Utah is possibly my favorite state. I've been there every year for the last 3 years for something. I don't have any trips planned there for this year though so far. So, hmm, it is probably my favorite state though. I had a really, really great time out there last year with Brownells. I think that was actually my first ever live on YouTube was me packing for that trip, and I just got in a train hat, and I think my first ever bucket hat because I have to have a hat for every situation, and I left my bucket hat on that trip, so maybe I need to get myself another one. Oh my gosh, speaking of hats though, so when I was on my last trip with Brownells, on the iguana hunt, Cody and Roy from Brownells pulled up this site that sells tricorn boonie hats. I don't know, tactical tricorn hats, if you will. Um, and I don't know why people show me these things because I'm obviously going to spend my money on them, but I'm considering my dad. My dad is probably the reason I have a hat collection because he also has a hat collection. So, yeah, anyway, I haven't decided which color I want yet, but there's some really good options. And if you are into hats, especially obscure hats, then I encourage you to go look those up. But you will probably see me with the tricorn tactical boonie hat. I also have a few hats planned for June because it is dinosaur month. Jurassic World, the finale, is coming out in June. They actually just sorry, I just saw Cody's in the chat. I haven't ordered my tricorn hat yet. Let me know when you order yours. Okay, so I actually pulled it up last weekend to show my dad because I forgot about it, and then I magically remembered while we were having lunch. So I will probably order it next week. I'll let you know though when I do, and we can wear. Oh man, I'm gonna see. So I'm gonna see this guy at NRA. We can wear them. We can match. Actually, anybody that plans to go should all wear the same hat, and then that's how we know. Anyway, I'm gonna get kind of crazy here. Cody, we need to wear those hats. We'll tell Roy too. Wait, Roy's not gonna be there. That's all right. We'll have our own hat thing. Anyway, all right. So tricorn hat rant or rambling over. What else do I have for you? Blake. Wear a GOA hat. That would be kind of funny. I have seen people wear certain shirts and stuff to NRA's annual meeting, and I'm sure that they didn't even. I'm sure the people that were working it didn't even notice, but you know. And the same if you were to wear a GOA hat or something, I'm sure that nobody would notice, but I'm sure it would make you feel better. So also, if you're jumping on here, I obviously have the picture for this video is me holding the Spas-12, which I'm not gonna mess with it on camera because truthfully, I don't know. I didn't look into the guidelines for YouTube, but I'm pretty sure you can't handle guns on the live. I don't know that for sure. I know I think it's Twitch, you can't handle weapons on live on camera, but you can have them in the background. So it's back there. It's behind me. Not gonna mess with it, but it's there, and I'm put it in the beginning because I need y'all to talk me out of buying a second one because in my brain, in this crazy head up here, I have convinced myself that I need a second Spas-12. And I found a second Spas-12. And I think I talked about it on a previous live that I was going to get a second one and I passed it up. And that was a few years ago. So I got this one back in it was either 2016 or 2017. I had it at least before 2018 when when the last Jurassic World came out. And I mean, obviously the price has gone up significantly. So I got this one, I think it was about $1,500. And now they're like, I see them for like 45 to 55. I think the highest one I saw was $6,000 for another Spas-12. And I want one, but that's a lot of money. So I found one that is I won't call it reasonable price, but like considering that people are asking $6,000 for them, it is a better price than that. And I need y'all to tell me not to get it because otherwise I'm going to get it. And I really want to get it. Tell me it's a bad idea. Somebody tell me it's a bad idea. I'm waiting. My husband's on here. He's probably going to tell me it's a bad idea. You can afford a second. Is that that's not y'all aren't helping actually. Get it. I just have visions of having two Spas-12s, and I could always justify it as one has the updated safety and one does not. I'm trying to justify it in my head what makes sense as to why I need this second Spas-12. The other one, has the sling. Shoot, I think I don't know. I really think I want it. I don't know. I'll let you know what ends up happening because I think it has like 11 days left on bid or something like that. And who knows? Maybe it'll skyrocket. I do have a price limit that I'm willing to spend on it. But I really want a second semester. Whispering. Don't know if you can hear me, but I really want the second one. So anyway, I was kind of hoping y'all would actually talk me into it secretly instead of talking me out of it. But we'll see. We'll see. I might take a poll. I'll do an Instagram poll or something, or maybe a YouTube community poll, and then we can see what the people say. Jason says to wait for the Mossberg 940 Pro Tactical, and I understand why you're saying wait, but I'm also of the opinion that you need both. They do so yeah, they do offer a buy now. So on some of them, there's a buy now option, but usually it's like, for some of them, they're asking a ridiculous amount for the buy now option. And I did pass up a really good one like 2 days ago. But I was also locked out of Gunbroker for a while because I'm not really sure why I was locked out, but I'm back on there. So anyway, I think it's because my dad and I were using the same address or something to that effect. So they were trying to verify that it was real. But I will tell you, community or customer service took like 2.5 weeks to get my account back up, which sucked. So if anybody on here is from Gunbroker, your customer service sucks, but thank you for finally getting my account back up. They kept sending me, so I put in like 7 requests because it did say that it would take about 48 hours to review or whatever once I hit the appeal. And now I'm ranting, but I'm going to finish my rant. But anyway, so after I gave them the full 48 hours, I think I actually gave them 72. But then as soon as that 72 hit, there was all these Spas-12s that were going off the list. And I was like, what the heck? I'm missing out on all of these. And so I was trying to talk to my dad like, hey, can you get this for me? And we'll figure it out. But then that wouldn't have really been fair. And I was still trying to talk myself in or out of actually buying one. So anyway, then they kept sending me messages to ask how how the service was and if I was happy with the way everything went on Gunbroker. And I was like, absolutely not, absolutely not, absolutely not. I still cannot get into my account. And I think I had like 7 emails come in the same day asking me how my customer service experience was. So anyway. Sunny Delight. Guns are neat. You don't need the biggest and baddest, just know how to shoot. So I agree and disagree with you. I think that as far as guns go, I think that you should get what you want. But I definitely think it's important to know how to shoot. But if you want the biggest and the baddest gun, get the biggest and the baddest gun. There's a reason they're there. Maybe it's just to have it. Philip, thank you for telling me to buy it. I'm really considering it. Jason, think of how many guns you can buy with that Spas money. Yeah, that's the only real holdup. That's the only real holdup. But on the other note, I am like a fraction close to finally getting monetized on YouTube, and then we'll see how long that happens. So in my head, I'm like, maybe I can justify being monetized and getting the Spas-12. And anyway, in my twisted, tangled brain, it almost makes sense that way, but then not really because, again, who knows how long monetization will last if it actually happens. Craig, I hope that you have a very great evening. Thank you for hopping on here, and thank you for following me and subscribing on here. Hope you have a good night. Anyway, so that was my rant about the Spas-12. If anybody else has any input on what you think I should do, let me know. But Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, the finale, is coming up very soon, and we should be getting a lot of really fun content out around that and dinosaur guns. And yeah, I went all out at first, but I scaled down and focused a bit more on the skill. That's awesome. A lot of it's a learning experience no matter which way you approach it. So obviously, like when I grew up around guns. I'll start there. I grew up around guns. I have been no stranger to them since I was a child. But I will say what I carry or what I use for home defense and whatnot has changed significantly over the years. So I've been carrying since I was 21. That's what I did for my 21st birthday. Was went and got my concealed carry permit, which now you don't need in Georgia, which is pretty cool. I think we're actually at the official halfway mark for states in America. But anyway, yeah. So my first ever concealed carry gun was an LCP. Um, the old one, like no sights. They're tiny. They're really annoying to shoot, snappy in your hand. No sights at all. So from me to my computer, I'm good. But for me across the room, it's not really the best thing for anything further away. 7 yards, you're good. But so anyway, so I still have my LCP, but what I choose to carry now, if I can fit something a lot better with the outfit that I choose, I do. And I typically carry a Walther PPS M2. Love that gun, straight out of the box, beautiful, beautiful. I'm saying beautiful, not really talking about the looks. It is a beautiful gun, but it is just so nice, so comfortable to shoot. When I got mine, I took it to the range, let my dad shoot it. He ended up getting himself one. I love it. He carries a SIG 365 now typically. And he actually has 3 of them set up in 3 different ways, but he loves the 365. I've actually not shot the 365 yet, surprisingly. Maybe we do that soon because I would actually like to shoot it. But anyway, sorry, rambling. You just want to dual wield spas. Are you in my brain? Do you know what I'm thinking up here, Jason? Bill, I didn't actually dinosaur hunt today. It was raining. So I did so Tuesdays, actually, I'll fill you all in on what I do typically on a Tuesday. So Tuesdays are my longest days. I'm in meetings I'm in like 3 hours back-to-back meetings. So, and it runs through breakfast and straight into lunch. Because I have to get ready for it. So that runs through breakfast and lunch. It actually does run through lunch. So yeah, my Tuesdays, I'm typically on meetings a majority of the day and then finishing reports. Because I do actually have a job. I don't just do social media. Anyway, I'm not going to rant about that, but yeah, so long day, and it was raining here, but I will say I did work some from the couch today, which was nice. And I was sitting out here. We recently got new windows, and I love just having them open and looking outside, especially now that everything's getting green. And I had the nosiest neighbor. I'm not talking about a person. I'm talking about a bird. Sitting on my porch rail today, peeking through the window. I had this giant crow, and I got a video of him. He was like moving his head all around, peeking through the window, like trying to see what was going on. It was the funniest thing ever. And then so also every day that I can, because I love strawberries, I have strawberries. So I always cut the tops of them off and I'll throw them in the yard because there's a little box turtle that I think eats them. And anyway, I saw the crow peek through my window, and then he went down and got one of the strawberries, and it was pretty funny. At least I thought it was funny. Anyway, rambling again. Sunny Delight, I pray that Louisiana will pass constitutional carry. I pray the same thing. We need all the states. Halfway. What states are left? That's a good pun. Death Claw with the puns. Steve, nice live stream. Hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you for jumping on here, Steven. I hope you have a wonderful night also. Sunny Delight. Yes, I rock the LCP too. I don't have an LCP. Actually, my dad has an LCP too. I've shot it. The sights are a lot nicer on that one. But so for me too, I actually love. I don't love that the sights are terrible on my LCP, but I love that because the sights are terrible and they're like rounded off and like really small, they don't snag on anything. So I can literally carry that gun any which way I want to. And when I'm in tighter clothing, it's great. It works very well for me. So I will never get rid of it. It's nice to have a backup for days that I can't fit my Walther PPS M2 or something larger. Every now and then I'll carry a Glock 19, but that's typically winter or if I'm in a place that I feel like I need something larger. But I take all that into consideration, which I think you should. I think you should know where you're going, what you're doing. All those things should be taken into consideration every time you leave the house, which I think most people do. Maybe, I don't know. How do you decide? Patrick, hi. Thanks for jumping on. Scott, hello. At least you keep the firearm. It's super good. Max, thanks for jumping on. You're usually here. I was surprised I didn't see you earlier. Daryl, my mom all carries carries 2 LCPs. That's awesome. That is great. We got a lot of people in here with an LCP too. Oh man, what's the new one? My husband actually just got a Ruger. What did he get? I'll have to find out. Anyway, he's he's slowly reminding me more and more like my dad. They always say that you marry your dad. Well, yeah, this man stopped at Bass Pro Shops the other day and came home with a new gun. So love it. I actually do love that though. I carry the Bursa 380. Wish I had Walther money. It's it is pretty crazy to see prices of things now. It kind of blows my mind, but I love the Walther. It's a nice gun. I'd actually like to get one of their full size too. Charlie, you have the new LCP Max. We're gonna be calling you for another range day soon anyway. We got some crazy ideas coming. I hope y'all enjoy them too. Another fun video possibly with my mom in it, which I think it's so funny because I know there's some crossover between people that are on, that are active on your Facebook page versus active on your Instagram page or active on your YouTube community and whatnot. But on Instagram, my mom rarely makes an appearance, but now she's been in a couple videos on here, and I've absolutely loved the feedback from y'all about my mom in videos because she is so funny. And yeah, if you did see the last video we posted, the egg hunt video, my mom handled that 410 like a boss. I thought she handled it like a boss, and most of y'all have commented on it. So anyway, we've got another video planned for her, and I think it's going to be a good one. But I'll keep you updated on that. Max, awesome Jurassic Park case behind you. You got there. Yes. Okay. So this is actually my case. Have any of y'all seen my Jurassic rifle? I don't know if I posted that on YouTube or not, but it has made a few appearances on my my Instagram. So I have a Jurassic rifle. I had it built out, I think it was 2018. It's absolutely stunning. F1 Firearms did it, and it came with this really crazy case. So it's got the claw marks, obviously the logo, and then Jurassic Park. And it looks like the car out of Jurassic Park. So then obviously I have the spas for that too. I need to get a second case though, but anyway, and then if I get a second spas, then I need to get something even better. But I like Walther too. The Bursa is the Argentine knockoff of the Walther. Okay. Randall, what's up? Thanks for jumping on here. Study Delight, nice seeing the photos with the Ruger PC carbine. Man, that thing is so fun. We actually used that in the fun shoot this weekend too. So I think I was explaining it earlier. So it wasn't really categories, but it was set up so that anybody that wanted to practice a certain skill or practice with a certain gun could pretty much do that. No rifles though. So we had pistol caliber carbine, pistols obviously, or shotgun. And anyway, so for one of the runs we did, I took the stuttering, the PC carbine out, and then I had custom Glock, it's been on here, but suppressed, and then the Fostech Origin 12. So everything was suppressed for that run. Super fun though. I will say going from cowboy guns to go to that though, back to back in a run, it's like a mental game because for 1 second you're like cocking pistols and everything's single shot, and then you're going to semi-auto and like the shotguns, totally different because the shotgun I use is a coach gun. And so you have to break it open, shove it back, close it back, cock the hammers back. I'm sorry, I'm not on camera. Cock the hammers back, and then remember which trigger to pull. So going from that to a Foz, the Origin 12, just brain buster. Anyway, but lots of fun though. Lots of fun. And I think for me, that's kind of the goal is I do shoot a lot of different guns, and I like guns. Like that's just it. I like all of it. I like all the sports. I want to learn all of it. There's some things that I don't get to do as often, like long range, but all of it is entertaining to me or a learning experience for me. And I want to be able to pick up any gun and run it successfully. So I don't practice as much as I should on certain things, and I am not the best at any certain category. I think I'm pretty good with an Uzi, but there aren't that many competitions for for subgun. But anyway, I do love that I can pick up anything and figure it out really quickly if I don't know how to use it or if I'm not familiar with it. And anyway, I guess that was my rant on that. But very fun gun, the PC carbine. All right, back to what y'all are saying. Zachary, what happened? I'm glad you're alive too, unless you're just feeling lucky in general. Bill, so did you have any storms there, or was it just all rain? It looked kind of stormy earlier, but it wasn't bad at all. But I did see your message about the weather update, which I think I've told you before. So for those of you that don't know what I'm rambling about now, AN940 is a good friend, Bill. He sends me weather updates so that I know what's going on, just in case I didn't see the weather that day. But typically, Bill, when you send me a weather update, if it says that there's any kind of severe weather, then usually it ends up not being so severe around me. So I think it's almost a good luck thing. But the few times that you haven't messaged me when severe weather was coming, it was horrible. So you better always update me. I need you. It's like a running joke in my family, though. Dale, hello out there. Oh, you have a whole reloading room set up? That is on the goal or on the list of to-dos. We've got a shop that we're trying to build out as well. Not at my place, but at my parents'. And it'll be my dad's shop, but we might use it for some sort of like tactical Santa shop as Christmas approaches. But I think it'll be pretty cool. It's where we keep the Jeep. The scout car needs a home. Got a lot of things going on right now. It's kind of hard to keep up with sometimes. We're still are also working on building out that bay so we can shoot at the house, shoot more at the house. We can shoot most things there, but obviously we just want a good spot that we don't have to think a lot about where neighbors are situated and whatnot. Anyway, but cool. What were you reloading? Oh, you turned your kid's old playhouse into a reloading room? That is awesome. That's awesome. My mom would probably really appreciate it if my dad and I were to get something set up, because then we're not in her space or bothering her. 44 Magnum. Very cool. Okay, sorry, Grape Ape. Wasn't in a 4570 Marlin in the Dino Park. Such a round. I think in this last one, that sounds familiar. I will be looking up. I will be going back through all of the Jurassic Parks and Jurassic Worlds because there's a few things I need to research, but it also gives me a really good excuse to watch them all again. So back to the event that we were talking about. If we do get this event scheduled, I want to do a themed match. And obviously, since it is a year of dinosaurs, I think it needs to be Jurassic themed. So that's the research I need to do, is watch all the movies again so I can set this match up accordingly. Kind of like we do for cowboy matches. Typically, you're watching the good, the bad, and the ugly, or watching something so that you can relate it back in the scenarios or based off of good old Westerns. But I want a match that's Jurassic themed. I like the bolt action stuff since I've tried. It's been the most relaxing, less distracting, and a discipline I'd like to learn and feel like decarbing is a serious tool. That's awesome. That's really cool that you, I mean, everybody has like different parts of this world of guns that they like more than others. Like for me, I I'll go into this a little bit. So for me, we don't have a lot of long range options. So it's not something that I've ever done much of, but it's something that I really hope to learn more about. But for right now, I have very little experience with it. So while I think it's very cool, I don't have a lot to talk about on it. We've done some bolt action things, but because we do occasionally have a bolt action match at our range. My dad participated in the last one, and he showed up with our deer rifle that was suppressed, and then a Barrett, which was just over the top. He said he brought the loudest and the quietest gun, and they all had a great time. Anyway, Sunny Delight, you've only been shooting for 7 months. That's amazing. Welcome to the world of guns. I hope it's been treating you very well. Dale, your youngest kid is 23. Does that mean everyone's out of the house? Empty nest? My parents can't get rid of my sister, but we're working on it. Hopefully, my sister is mystery to the world as far as it goes with internet appearances and whatnot. She does not want to be part of the internet except for behind the scenes stuff. So she does help me out a lot with that. But I am hoping that's a goal of mine for this year, is to be able to actually pay her something decent to help me with all of the stuff that she does. So as soon as I finish getting, I have a few t-shirt designs in the works. So as soon as I finish getting those, and I'm actually revamping my Patreon. So right now I cut off a bunch of the tiers. Anyway, so once I get that revamp, which will launch in the beginning of May, I'm hoping that she's going to be able to help me a lot more with those type of things so that I can pay her. But anyway, she's pretty cool. She also shoots. You will rarely see her without a judge on her hip. Yeah, anyway. I'm sure she scares the delivery guys when they come and drop things off at the house. Or the people that come clean the pool. Anyway. Wow, we made it all the way to 11 tonight. I guess because I was late, though. I don't know. I'll go a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna have to go to bed soon. Even though I'm like wide awake tonight, which is weird. The last few lives, the last 3, I guess, since I think this is my 4th one consecutively. Snap for myself. Anyway, I think this is my 4th one consecutively. I'm really liking getting on here each week and just kind of updating you and shooting the breeze, talking about whatever's going on in life. I'm really loving building this community. It's something different that I don't do on any other platform. I can probably count on one hand the amount of times I've gone live on Instagram. Just a completely different platform here. But anyway, yeah. Bill, it is some sort of record. It is some sort of record. In 2021, I went live a grand total of 1 whole time on YouTube. So 4 times in a row. Like, do I get some sort of badge for that or something? Or some sort of, like, I don't know, a star? I don't know. Hearts? I don't think they do that on here. But I'm proud of myself for making it on here. But I have been late like 3 out of the 4 times. So we'll work on that. We'll work on the whole getting here when I say I'm going to get here situation. And maybe the planning things out a little bit better. Also, since we haven't talked about this, but I've talked about it on other lives, we haven't talked about it tonight. Excuse me. I am planning to be able to do some giveaways on here. So as those come up, it'll start probably once a month. I'll do a giveaway, and then hopefully work out to once a week we're doing giveaways on here. But I'll also be doing giveaways monthly on Patreon starting in May. And same may start up for giveaways on live. So keep that in mind. There will actually be some incentive other than talking to me. to be on here. So if there's anything you'd like to see given away, obviously within reason, let me know what y'all are interested in. I think I've mentioned this before, I've got a pretty good treasure stash of things. But anyway, almost he just got out of college, got his first real job, mechanical engineer. Awesome. My family is mostly engineers. Very cool. I actually went to school for I was in school. I didn't finish school, by the way. We'll go ahead and throw that out there. But I was in school for civil engineering. Have you ever bought any guns from Exile Armory in Alabama? I have not bought any guns in Alabama. Actually, I have bought a gun in Alabama at the CMP. I got my M1 Garand out there. But other than that, I've never bought a gun in Alabama. There is a spot, I, for the life of me, cannot remember the name of it. But there's one gun store that my dad and I stop at pretty regularly. Sunny Delight, really enjoy getting better and not being hard on myself. Enjoy it. I mean, you're gonna look back and realize like how far you've come, and I'm just excited that you're enjoying your time shooting. So welcome, 7 months in. I expect updates as you hit a year. Randall's bought a gun from there, Clay. My Netflix is asking me if I want to continue watching. I'm not going to tell you what I'm watching because it's so embarrassing, actually. My Netflix just asked, though. Well, I am probably going to start wrapping things up here. But like I said, keep in mind that there are going to be giveaways starting, and we can go a few different directions with that. I'm working on, fingers crossed, there's a few deals in the works that will help with giveaways for this. But again, I'll keep y'all posted as things like that come on. Bill, I do not watch the Kardashians. It might be reality though, but it's definitely not the Kardashians. I couldn't even tell you what they're doing these days or who's involved in their family anymore. I do have a group of friends though that keep me updated with that, so I have to regularly ask who they're talking about, but it's typically a Kardashian. Patrick, I'll have to check and see who what the store is that we stop at, because we'll probably be stopping. I actually don't know. So this is exciting news, and I'll probably wrap it up after this. So my grandma has been hard of hearing, mostly deaf for I'm not even sure how many years. It's been a long time. She's been losing her hearing for a very long time. And because of the way her ears are or what exactly is wrong, none of the hearing aids that she's ever tried have ever worked. So she finally was approved for a cochlear implant, and she just recently had the surgery for that. It was in March. And this past weekend or last week, she got her cochlear implant turned on so she can hear again. And they said, it would be a little bit overwhelming for a while. So for Mother's Day or Mother's Day weekend, it won't be actually Mother's Day, but we're going to get to go see her and talk to her. And I'll probably sing for her, probably blow out her new eardrum or her cochlear, I don't know, ear anatomy at the moment. I'm not going to break that down. But anyway, she can hear again, and I am so excited to go see her. I'm sure that my granddad is loving being able to actually talk to his wife now and not read lips or write things down. Anyway, very exciting. So anyway, on that trip, we will be going through Alabama, probably because of the way my family travels, probably stopping at as many gun stores as we can find. And I don't know, we talked about going north and doing the northerly route and hitting up Outpost Armory because Knob Creek is not a thing anymore. We don't do our bi-yearly trip to Kentucky, so we won't be stopping at Outpost Armory as much anymore. And I know they got a new location. So anyway, I'm trying to figure out which way we're going to go and how to coordinate this because Outpost, at least it used to be closed on Sundays. Anyway. Got to figure all these things out. Lots of coordination to do because gun stores sometimes aren't open on Sundays or aren't open on Mondays. There's one around me that's not open on Tuesdays. And yeah, it's like barbecue places. You have to figure out everyone's schedule so you know when to hit them up. But any of you out there that plan your life around food know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I am gonna wrap it up here. Yeah, Bill, I did say embarrassing. I did say embarrassing, and definitely not the Kardashians, though. Cody, you're still on here. I hope you have a good night. And you better have that hat. Have a good night, Scott. Have a good night, everybody. I hope, well, I was going to say hope to talk to you soon, but I guess I'll be here next Tuesday. All right, good night. You just ordered yours. Which color did you get? I need info. As soon as he tells me what color he got, I'm out. I need some Jeopardy music. Multicam. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna do that one or the green one or the I think it was Coyote that I had my eye on. I don't know if I want to be totally matched. I don't know. I might get two. We'll see. All right. Well, good night, guys. Thanks for jumping on here. And I am going to put that poll in this community thing and see if I need to get that second Spas-12. The voice of the people will let me know what decision I need to make. Good night.